so it's rare that I feel like someone's looking down on me. So, but from across the aisle, there was this presence looking down on me. And so I looked up and I'm like, that guy's tall. And I went back to the pants, and then I looked back up because I realized that I recognized him. And it was Marilyn Manson. He was, you know, like, he's a freaky guy on TV. He's even freakier in real life. So I was like watching him, keeping an eye on him just to make sure he wouldn't float at me or anything weird while I was shopping. And one of my friends runs up next to me, and I'm doing one of these, like, and he looks over across the aisle. I was like, whoa, I'm like, no joke. And then we were trying our hardest to just be nonchalant, like Marilyn Manson wasn't across the aisle, we're just shopping. And then he tells me, my buddy's like, hey, Renée Zellweger is right down the street in the Starbucks right now. And I'm like, you know what, I'm done hanging out with Marilyn, I can leave. So we left, we ran down the street, and we walked into Starbucks, and sure enough, Renée Zellweger's sitting there talking over coffee to one other person. And I don't know if this happens to you, but I started getting nervous because I'm like, I'm going to try to meet Renée Zellweger right now. And I don't want to be that guy that's just like, you're Renée Zellweger. So I was thinking about what I was going to say, and I ordered a coffee, and I stepped back from the coffee counter, and then she popped up from her seat and walked right past me, and I'm like, this is my chance. So I leaned forward, and I grabbed her elbow, which was weird in retrospect. But she turned around and looked at me, and I said, you do good work. And she gave me this big smile. She's like, you know what? She goes, I really needed to hear that today. Thanks for saying that. And that's kind of telling of the human spirit. No matter who you are, you need a pat on the back from time to time. So I was sitting there talking, or standing there talking to Renée, and my friends were a couple tables behind, sitting there watching me talk to Renée. So when I came back to the table, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of the man. And I sat down, and they're like, were you talking to Renée? I'm like, yeah, we were talking. So we're about ready to leave now, and we're walking out, and Renee's back at her seat, and I'm like, now that I'm buddies with Renée Zellweger, I'm sure that I can introduce her to the rest of my friends. So I said, Renee, is it cool real quick if you meet my friends? And she was really gracious, and she's like, yeah. So she hopped up, and she shook everyone's hand. And then I said this, I said, I think your role in Jerry Maguire, every male in America fell in love with you just a little bit, because you were so lovable in that role. And she kind of laughed, and she's like, well, where are they now? And all my friends raised their hands. It was like this weird little awkward silence. We're like, okay, Renée Zellweger, we'll see you later. This song's called Sea Breeze. Here we go.